And what is going on, you guys? It is your boy, SFB Area Sports Talk. Hope you're all having an awesome day today. The moment we have all been waiting for, us 49ers fans. Tight end George Kittle has signed his record-breaking contract, a 5-year, $75 million contract extension. That is the largest contract extension ever signed by a tight end in football, and Kittle has done it, you guys. A more than well-earned contract. I am so pumped. I'm so excited for Kittle. This man, ever since he entered the league 3 years ago, he has done nothing but put up insane numbers. And man, Kittle, he is one of the best in football. And look, through 3 years, he has the most receiving yards by any tight end through their first 3 seasons. He's got 2,945 receiving yards. So welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to be talking this big breaking news today, you guys. We got Ryan in the house. Let's go. We going straight back to the Super Bowl, and George Kittle will be the first-year MVP. I love it, you guys. George Kittle, man, dude, this is insane, you guys. We are getting ready for the 49ers Revenge Tour 2020. And look, Kittle, he's not only the best tight end in football, he is the best run blocker in football. If you look at the numbers, what the 49ers did so well last year, we ran the football very efficiently, and a large part of that was thanks to George Kittle's run blocking abilities. You know, he helped open up many running lanes for the 49ers, and, you know, we were able to take big advantage of that last season, having some big plays. Of course, you know, the game against the Packers when we ran all over them. And, yeah, so Kittle's blocking abilities, you guys, and the numbers, they speak for themselves. When the 49ers had George Kittle on the field and they ran plays, they averaged 5 yards per carry. Now, when they took Kittle off of the field, the Niners averaged just 3.5 yards per carry. So, you know, Kittle's blocking abilities definitely played an effect into so many running lanes being open. And so this is just amazing, you guys. Not only that, but the yards after catch ability from George Kittle. So many things about this guy, that he does so many things on the football field. And you saw the game last year against the Saints. I mean, literally like 3, 4, 5, almost the whole Saints team tried to tackle George Kittle, and they were not able to, you guys. Kittle was able to get an extra 50 to 20 yards on what was a big 4th and 2 play in New Orleans. Probably one of the most exciting games from last season. And yeah, that shows George Kittle's ability. He, over the last 2 seasons, you guys, his yards after the catch are 432 yards, and that ranks 2nd in the NFL, just behind Christian McCaffrey. He has 456 yards after catch. But yes, let's talk about George Kittle. So let me know, guys, what you're thinking, what your thoughts are. I'm super pumped for the extension today. You know, I couldn't be more excited for Kittle. And man, I think we got a fabulous deal out of this. It's terrific for us. With everything that Kittle is going to be able to do and continue to do, he has been a huge piece in helping transform this 49ers team, you know, from, again, for a couple seasons, we really were trying to figure ourselves out. And over the last couple seasons, since Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch have come in, and he has been a huge piece of that puzzle to get this team. Hold on, guys. Connection is unstable. It is, bear with me. Okay, we are back. So yeah, George Kittle was taken in the 2017 draft. He was taken in the 5th round by the 49ers. And look, he has just been an absolute steal since the 49ers got him in that draft. His rookie season, he burst on the scene, you guys, with 43 catches for 515 yards and 2 touchdowns as a rookie. And so that was us just barely getting a glimpse of what this guy could become. And then in 2018, that is when he had his record-breaking season for a tight end, you guys. In 2018, he had the most receiving yards for a tight end in a single season with 1,377 receiving yards in the 2018 season for the 49ers. He had 88 catches. He had 5 touchdowns as well. And man, he really put himself on the map, on the radar, and he continued. What is up, GP? Welcome to the show. So glad we got this deal done before the start of the season. Dynasty run. I love it, man. I love this take. This is what we needed to do, you guys, because there was a lot of talk about, would this deal get done before training camp and really, okay, hold on. Connection unstable. No. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. My connection is unstable for a sec. Okay, sorry, guys. My connection was unstable. But yes, this is what we needed to get done before this season. And now everyone can really just continue focusing on what the 49ers have been doing so well this offseason. This team is hungry to get revenge for that Super Bowl loss last year. And they are putting the work in the weight room. And we're talking not just a few players. We're talking majority, if not all of these players are putting the work in this offseason. I think Kyle Shanahan has said they are hungry to get back to the Super Bowl. So you absolutely love to see it. And man, I'm seeing a talent we got on this team. Still a lot of guys we haven't even have yet to see their full potential on the football playing field. And Kittle is a guy right there, you guys. We still haven't seen the best of what this guy can do, and what he's already done so far has just been absolutely amazing. Kittle still just only 26 years old and has still just 3 years under his belt in the league. So just amazing. So yeah, that 2018 season, you guys, 1,377 receiving yards. And then in 2019, he continued to put up amazing numbers, you guys, with 85 catches, 1,053 receiving yards, and 5 touchdowns. But most importantly, last year, you guys, is that the 49ers running game was so effective and they used it so much throughout the season. A nice distribution of run and pass plays. And yeah, so Kittle, again, I think he definitely would have blew past his receiving record of 1,300 yards. But again, you always got to be a team player. And look, Kittle was used a lot on a lot of running plays for his run blocking abilities. So yeah, I mean, having 1,000 receiving yards is still absolutely amazing for Kittle last year. And look, I anticipate he is going to break his own record of 1,377 yards. We could even potentially see that this year because, again, he has been working out so hard, so extreme this offseason. If you follow on Twitter, you can see some of his workouts. They're constantly posting them, and it's just insane. So did you see Grant Cohn's report yesterday? Yeah, I heard about that. The 6-year, $94.8 million. Yeah, I do not understand why so many people try to come out with, fake news or try to get information out like that, because it's never a good thing when you're leading people on and, you're putting a lot of emotions in other people, and that's a huge effect. And look, that's not a positive. You don't want to be doing that. So yeah, I don't know why he came out with that yesterday. I did see the report and I saw that really nothing was official yet. And even George Kittle came out himself and said, do you guys believe everything you see on the internet? So look, George Kittle, he had a pretty good laugh at that, from what people have been doing. But man, I'm so thankful the deal got done today and it's official, and we can breathe a sigh of relief. I never thought that this deal wasn't ever going to get done. I know people out there maybe thought that, and yeah, it's just, there's always going to be people. We've seen with this 49ers team, people like to kind of create their own narrative with our team, talking about Jimmy G, of course. They always say things like, this guy can't play, can't produce. But look, Jimmy G last year, what a spectacular year for this man, coming off of the torn ACL. You didn't know how he was going to perform last season. And I think he more than performed above expectations for us, helping lead us to a 13-3 record and getting us all the way to the Super Bowl, you guys. And of course, outside of a couple throws, we could have very well be talking about a Super Bowl championship from last year. But look, we are going to get that Lombardi trophy this upcoming season, you guys. I am feeling it. The Revenge Tour 2020 is on. Let me take a water break for a sec. But man, I am just so pumped right now with everything we got coming up for the upcoming season. And yeah, starting to build the dynasty. That is what we are doing, you guys, because look, this team is going to be able to stay competitive and really go deep into make a playoff run, arguably each and every year over this next decade. Because, yeah, we have fundamentally rebuilt this team. Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, just a terrific job. They also know how to put players in the best possible situation for them to succeed and, to get their maximum potential. So, man, just so pumped about this deal. Want to get your guys' thoughts and takes. So if you have any comments or questions, let me know what you're thinking, because I am super pumped about this deal. I just had to come on and do a stream with you guys for this announcement because, man, we had been waiting so long for this deal to get done, and it's just so exciting. All the pieces are coming together now. The season is just a month away, and I just cannot wait, you guys, right now. People were talking $20 million a year to get the 7th best player in the NFL and a future gold jacket for $15 million per season, locked up for 5 years. Lynch is the GOAT. Yes, I love it. John Lynch is indeed the GOAT, you guys, because this is a spectacular deal here. The 49ers get a great deal. $15 million a year for Kittle. I mean, look at all of the things this guy can bring. The receiving ability, the yards after catch ability, the run blocking ability. I mean, you're getting all of that for just $15 million a year. That is an absolute steal, you guys. Lynch is the GOAT for making this deal. And look, he has done a terrific job signing contracts and bringing in players, doing what is necessary to be able to continue building this foundation. So I absolutely love this deal. I was actually anticipating, that it was going to be more than $75 million over 5 years. I mean, that's just because I think that highly of Kittle. And look, he has set the record for the tight end market. I think Austin Hooper signed with Cleveland for 4 years and $42 million. So that was the previous high record contract set before Kittle has come out today and announced his deal. And yes, so much to be excited about. Kittle is indeed probably going to win an MVP this upcoming year, or if not soon rather than later, because like this man is just insane and continues to put in the work in the offseason to get better. It's just amazing. How much is guaranteed? I believe $40 million was guaranteed from the deal. So look, that's a pretty huge chunk of change for Kittle. But look, this is a guy that I do not anticipate is going to have any drop off in his playing ability, especially now that he's got the big money now. Look, because this man just works so hard out there. He's always, he's always kind of had a chip on his shoulders going back to his college days at Iowa. I think he was just 185 pounds at one point. And so, not a lot of people thought a whole lot of him when he was at Iowa and then really make a name for himself. So yeah, Kittle, he's always been seen as an underdog, always been doubted all his life. So look, you love to see him doing what he's doing now. And man, we could not have got a more better pick in the 5th round in 2017 to get George Kittle. And look, it's still just 26 years old. We have yet to see the best of George Kittle yet. I'm anticipating we could see a record-breaking year this year. He could indeed top the 1,377 receiving yards. He had the record from 2018. Because, man, the way he's been working out this offseason, I think he's going to be even better, and we'll see him put up even more bigger yards after catch games this year. I can't wait to see other teams try to tackle this guy this year because, look, they ain't going to be able to do it. Great deal for both sides. I love that, JP, because look, it worked out for both sides. Kittle gets, his record deal. He gets his big amount of money that he is more than well earned. Because look, Kittle, with what he had been earning the last couple of years, I think just a couple million or even, at that, he's been severely underpaid for the production that the Niners have been getting from him over the last couple of years. So you love a deal like this that works out for both sides, and it still enables the 49ers to be able to have some salary in place the up and coming years when we get ready to sign these other guys to max contracts. Of course, we got Jimmy Garoppolo locked for a long-term deal. Now, George Kittle, I absolutely love it. So look, You absolutely love it when a deal works out for both sides. So, man, just so much to get into with this deal. Now, let's start talking about the 49ers because, man, what we are in for a treat this upcoming season, you guys, with so much talent, on both sides of the football. And, yeah, we did a terrific job, I felt, this offseason, with the moves we made. Of course, we lost Joe Staley in the offseason to retirement. So my hat's off to Joe Staley for an amazing career, you guys. He is a 49ers legend, and you loved him, man, with the sense of humor and with how hard of a worker he was out there. So the 49ers went in the offseason and made a trade for Trent Williams. And that is an absolute huge pickup to bring in to replace Staley. Williams is a very athletic guy for as big of a guy as he is. The way that man can move on there, he is going to be a huge pickup to our offensive line. Of course, you got you got Mike McGlinchey from 2018. We drafted him. He had a spectacular rookie year in 2018. Now, McGlinchey did kind of regress just a bit this past year. Now, he did he was dealing with an injury. So I'm excited to see McGlinchey love this offensive line. So much to get into. So yeah, we are going to start. Oh, the connection is unstable. Bear with me for a sec, you guys. So let's start going up and down, talking about the numerous players on this roster. So much talent. So we got Mostert. Yes, 3 years, $8.7 million for a 1,300-yard back. Absolutely amazing. I love that take, JP, because look, Mostert, we didn't know. There was kind of some ramblings in the offseason about a deal getting done. So I'm so happy the Niners and Mostert were able to kind of get to the medium on a deal and agree on a contract. Because look, Mostert had his best year last year, and this has been a journeyman running back in Mostert. I think he's been he's played 6-7 seasons in the NFL and never has it been able to put it together until last year. So you love to see it for a guy like this, journeyman player, and then breaks out on the 49ers and helps lead us to the Super Bowl this last year. Mostert's game against the Packers was just insane. I think he had 230 rushing yards against the Packers. Just amazing. And man, you're totally right. A 3-year, $8.7 million deal to get a running back like that, that's going to be able to have a 1,000-yard plus running season. Just a huge deal, you guys. And again, another one from John Lynch, the GOAT, and Kyle Shanahan, man. You love to see it. So and then also we're going to talk about Deebo Samuel, you guys, the terrific wide receiver who had a breakout rookie season last year for the 49ers. Deebo Samuel, I think he had like 900 receiving yards, and he continued to produce at a high level, even into the playoffs. And so you love to see that coming from a rookie. And look, Deebo Samuel did deal with an injury earlier in the offseason. So right now he's been coming back from that injury, and it appears that he is looking very healthy, you guys. So that is really encouraging to see from Deebo Samuel. He was one of Jimmy Garoppolo's go-to targets in the receiving game last year, and I'm anticipating Deebo Samuel to have a spectacular sophomore season following up his rookie campaign. So, man, I'm excited to see Deebo Samuel out there. Now, another wide receiver to talk about is Kendrick Bourne. The 49ers did bring him back, and look, this guy was great in the red zone for us. He had a lot of big catches and big time numbers over the whole season. But look, I think this could be the year Kendrick Bourne is going to break out. He has insane running routes, and he's, again, another guy that's just been working out so hard this offseason. He is determined to make his way and earn more playing time in the receiving game. And so he's a go-to target in the red zone. So terrific player there that we got. Now, also, guys, our draft pick from this year, Brandon Ayuk from Arizona State. This is a terrific guy, you guys. He has been compared similar to Terrell Owens in terms of his fierce competitiveness on the football field. So I can't wait to see Brandon Ayuk this year, you guys. He is going to be exciting to see in Kyle Shanahan's system. We know that Shanahan likes to move guys all over the place, whether it's a receiver blocking or, as we know, Kittle, the best blocking tight end. So, yeah, Shanahan does a great job of that, of moving guys around on the offense and setting up brilliant plays. In my opinion, I think Kyle Shanahan is probably the best game caller in the NFL. Now, I am a little biased here, but But man, the work speaks for himself. There's so many tricks that he's got in his book. And look, he'd be surprising a lot of teams that you wouldn't even anticipate that they'd see some of these plays that we end up right. His footwork and route tree is insane. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys, for the unstable connection. My connection was unstable, but yes, runs a 4.43, huge hands, catches everything. He's going to show everybody why Niners traded up in that first to get our guy. Yes, I love the Brandon Ayuk pick. The draft worked very well. Everyone wanted us to take a receiver with our number 1 pick at 13th. But look, I love that we were able to get Javon Kinlaw. This guy's going to be an absolute beast on our defensive line. And we needed it because, again, we traded DeForest Buckner. And I'm going to miss Buckner and wish him all the best in Indianapolis. But look, you love that we brought in Javon Kinlaw. Can't wait to see him. And that enabled us to still get a top receiver later in the draft in Brandon Ayuk. Because look, if we would have went out and tried to get some of those other guys that were available at 13, like a receiver, then, we don't end up having Kinlaw and a terrific receiver like we do now in this case with Kinlaw and Brandon Ayuk. So look, don't sleep on Brandon Ayuk. He could be a big surprise sleeper pick for the 49ers this year to have a fantastic season. He is a faster version of Anquan Bolden. Man, I love these comparisons, you guys. Again, nothing is set in stone, but we have a lot to be excited about of what these guys are going to do. So yeah, we're going to continue to go on talk defense now, you guys here, talking about Nick Bosa. Okay, hold on. Connection is unstable for a sec. All right, so we are talking about the defense now, and I can't wait to see what we're going to get from Nick Bosa for his sophomore season. The rookie had a spectacular rookie season. I think he had 9 sacks, and he very easily could have had even more sacks. Numerous plays, Bosa came very close to sacking the quarterback, and look, he put so much pressure on opposing quarterbacks last year. A lot of quarterbacks had to make ill-advised throws because, look, they seen Bosa coming right at him, and when you see a guy very quickly, and so, look, that led to a lot of incompletions and a lot of great stops from this amazing number 1 Niners defense, you guys. We just continue to get it done, and so you love it. We're going to continue up and down. Eric Armstead, we signed in the offseason, of course, to that 5-year extension. I love that we were able to retain Eric Armstead. He is absolutely terrific on that defensive line. And man, this 49ers defensive line, the best in the NFL when you're talking about Bosa, Armstead, you got D Ford. Even D Ford last year, he had 6.5 sacks, and he was coming off of the bench, you guys, coming off of reserves and bursting on the scene like that with D Ford, you got. And then, man, just so much great talent getting through up and down this defensive line. Now Kinlaw is going to be in the mix, man. Can't wait to see him. And then, Quan Alexander too, you guys, just terrific. So we got Bosa, Kinlaw, Armstead, healthy D Ford. Yep, back front 7, best in the NFL. Hot boys. I love it, you guys. That is what we are called here out in San Francisco, the Hot Boys. We are getting it done, and the Niners are ready for that revenge tour 2020. We are going to get our 6th Lombardi trophy. I am feeling it this season, you guys. Of course, our last Super Bowl trips have not ended very well for us, and us 49ers fans, we have had to deal with a lot of heartbreak, especially someone like me who is a younger 49ers fan. I haven't been able to see any of those 5 Super Bowls, being able to live through those seasons. So look, wait to see the Niners win a Super Bowl. Man, I'm so pumped, and I really think this is going to be our year, especially with how much work, our guys have been putting in this offseason. They are determined to not only get back to the Super Bowl, but win and take the Super Bowl. So I absolutely cannot wait. And man, our defense, to continue to see what they can do this year, again, a lot of guys that can still develop and still get better. And so you love to see, you guys. So talking about the secondary a little, let's get into that conversation now. So Richard Sherman is in the final year of his 3-year deal, and Richard Sherman has been playing absolutely phenomenal for us. And so, I'm not sure if we will be re-signing him after this season. He's starting to get up there a little bit in age. I think he's 32 now. But, man, Richard Sherman, he's just been playing phenomenal. And coming off of, I think it was the Achilles injury that he had So yeah, you didn't know how he was going to fare coming off of that, but he was terrific. And so great to see Richard Sherman healthy out there. Now, also talking about the other cornerbacks on the roster, we talked about Akilo Witherspoon and Emmanuel Mosley. So last year, Akilo Witherspoon was the starter, to start the season. Now, due to some injuries, Akilo Witherspoon, Emmanuel Mosley got his opportunity, and the 24-year-old cornerback took full advantage, you guys, of his opportunity last year. He broke out on the scene. He had a spectacular year for us, putting up big numbers. Cornerback here over Witherspoon. And so that's a competition that is going to be really fun to watch because, look, I'm not going to write off Witherspoon just yet, but he has had his struggles and has shown flashes of brilliance. And so let's see, get into the chat. We got David Yang. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show. Sherm might sign one more year and play safety if Tart doesn't get re-signed. So yeah, I think that's definitely something to keep in mind because, look, Jaquaski Tart, I'm not sure how many years he is signed, but if Tart is going to be up at the end of this year, then man, that would be huge. So I could see Richard Sherman coming back on a one-year deal, especially if we can win a Super Bowl this year, him sign another one-year deal, and maybe we get another Super Bowl, you guys. So that's what we got to be thinking. K'Waun Williams is a must sign. Yes, K'Waun Williams was spectacular when we got to see him. He is another great guy. I'm not sure right now in terms of how many years he is under contract. And we got JP Niners draft Adiba out of Stanford in the first to replace Sherm if he leaves. I think Sherman takes pay cut to stay. I love that take there. I could totally see Sherman taking a pay cut to stay with this team. Because look, the character and of the individuals on this team, they are all a team first mentality, you guys. They're all about for the betterment of the team and sacrificing their own individual stats. So, and money wise also. So you love to see that. I'll have to check out Abiva out of Stanford. I haven't heard a whole lot about him, but should be, man, sounds very exciting. So look, a lot to get excited about even as we're continuing to develop. But man, we are getting ready for the season, you guys. The Revenge Tour is just 1 month away now. So exciting. So yes, talking about that secondary, I'm excited to see Emmanuel Mosley continue to build off of that spectacular year. I think he's just 25 years old right now. So look, Mosley, he's still got a lot a lot of potential to fully realize, and I'm excited to see it. Now, also Dre Greenlaw, you guys, how can we forget about him, man? This man was spectacular last season. Of course, he had against the Seahawks at the 1 yard line, you guys. What an exhilarating, exciting way to finish the regular season, stopping our rival, the Seahawks, at the 1 yard line and getting the victory in Seattle and basically eliminating the Seahawks from any hopes of winning the division. That was an amazing way to end the season, and it was in large part thanks to the amazing tackle from Dre Greenlaw, who had a spectacular rookie season. Gonna see if I can pull up what his stats were on the season, you guys. Man, Dre Greenlaw, another guy that we got, and he is just going to continue to develop, and I can't wait to see this guy. Tavarius Moore is a stud, should see much more playing time this year. Yeah, Tavarius Moore is very talented, very excited to see what he can do for us this year. So yeah, looking at Dre Greenlaw's official stats from So look, he had 92 combined tackles as a rookie last year. Man, that's insane, you guys. He is all over there on the field, wreaking havoc. So you love to see it coming from Dre Greenlaw. And man, so we're going to continue going. So yeah, Fred Warner, another guy, a linebacker who I've loved what we've been seeing from his production. He continues to get better out there, very athletic, and you just love to see it. Has a great IQ on the football field. So David saying not a better linebacker group in the league. Yes, Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, and Quan Alexander. This group is an absolute beast, you guys. I can't wait to see this upcoming year. Look, we are going to have a target on our back, and no one's I mean, last year, no one expected us to do what we were able to do. And look, I love that we are going to have our target on our back because teams are going to be wanting to get ready to play us. And look, I don't think teams are ready to handle what we got going their way. I don't think any team in the NFL was working out as hard as we were. I mean, I'm talking almost everyone on this team was putting in the work this offseason. That's what you love to see with this Niners team. You have so many guys elevating to their highest playing levels. And look, every guy to step up their game to try to get some playing time out there. We got Fred Warner was a 3rd-round pick. Yes, Niners killed the draft. Yes, man, you love to see it, you guys. We have been killing the draft of late. Now, we weren't able to say that for several years, for a long time when, we were mediocre and we had to endure some very tough losing seasons. But now, with John Lynch, who has just been a phenomenal Kyle Shanahan, the coach, they work so well together. And that's something that I think the previous regime, when you're talking about Jim Harbaugh and Trent Baalke, when they worked together, towards the end of that falling out, I think, there was some miscommunication from Harbaugh and Baalke. And look, with Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, they have been on the same page since day one, articulating the plan to rebuild this football franchise to greatness again. And that is where we are now. The draft, we continue to do it. And look, we're going to continue to, I thought we had one of the best drafts ever this year. I mean, even Colton McKivens, he is another guy that we got on the offensive line from this draft. I'm excited to see what he can do out there. Of course, we mentioned Brandon Ayuk, Javon Kinlaw. So a lot of terrific draft picks that we had from this upcoming season. So, man, just absolutely amazing. And we also brought Jimmy Ward back to safety, you guys. Jimmy Ward, he was terrific. When we initially had drafted Jimmy Ward, he had struggled for several seasons. And, excuse me, take a water break for a sec, you guys. But Jimmy Ward had been struggling, and look, last year really put it together, and I loved what we saw from him, and he earned his contract. The 49ers did bring Ward back, so look, he's going to continue to do great out there. And man, so now we are going to start moving to, let's see, we're going to start talking more about the offense, you guys, continuing. So yes, man, so much potential here with this team. Dante Pettis getting cut, wide receiver group stacked, Debo, Ayuk, Trent Taylor, Jalen Hurd, Kendrick Bourne, Richie James, maybe Tavon Austin. Yes, I love all this. So let's start with talking about Dante Pettis. I mean, I think there is probably a good chance that, we might see Pettis get cut, due to the fact that, there's just so many terrific wide receivers. And with Pettis, he has had, several opportunities to showcase what he can do out there. But Pettis has never, or he hasn't been able to put it together. So hopefully we'll see him, have a spectacular if he gets his opportunity this year. It's going to be really hard to see because, look, with no preseason football this year, you can't really evaluate how a guy performs based off of the preseason. So, make that decision. But I hope nothing but the best for Dante Pettis. And yes, we are absolutely stacked in the wide receiver core. We have so many weapons for Jimmy Garoppolo to utilize. Talking about Debo Samuel coming off of this spectacular rookie season. He's going to have an amazing sophomore season. It appears that Debo has been very well to the injury, so he is getting healthy. So that's great news, you guys, with just about a month to go till the season is going to start. And Trent Taylor, this is another exciting receiver, you guys. Had to miss all of last season due to injury. And it was really disappointing because Taylor was having an amazing preseason, and we were so excited to see what Trent Taylor could do over the course of a full season. And so, now that he is healthy, you guys, he's another one that has been putting in insane work this offseason. So look, he's another guy that can have a breakout year at wide receiver. And Jalen Hurd, the 3rd-round draft pick for us, another spectacular guy that, again, battled injuries and was out all of last season. And so I can't wait to see what Jalen Hurd is going to do. He has looked terrific. He has got that amazing blazing speed out there. So he's going to be another fun player to watch, see what he can do. And Man, and Kendrick Bourne, you guys, we mentioned him earlier. He's another guy that's been working out very well, still very young at 25 years old. So Kendrick Bourne could be becoming a star before our very eyes. You guys, just so much fun. Tavon Austin, I did see we are interested in Tavon Austin. So, I'm not sure if that deal is going to go through. Yeah, but that would be a great pickup if we can get him to, again, just kind of build more competition in the wide receiver room. Richie James, hopefully we'll see him get back. I was at the game against Arizona when Richie James had the game-winning touchdown. You guys, one of the most exciting plays of the season last year. We had so many exciting moments, and I was going ballistic there at Levi Stadium when Richie James run it all the way into the end zone. It was amazing last year, so I love it. Not taking a cornerback in the draft because Harris was coming back from injury. So I like that take, David, there. Because, talking about the cornerback situation, I was saying Emmanuel Mosley really impressed this last year. So, look, I love the fact that John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan elected, not to draft the cornerback because, look, they went and drafted for areas of need on our roster. And so, I'm excited to see what Tim Harris can do this year. Man, the 49ers have so many players coming back from injury, and that's what's so exciting about this team because even last year, we had to overcome so many injuries and so many setbacks during the season, and yet despite all of that, we still were able to have Super Bowl. So that's amazing. You just imagine what this team is going to be able to do when we get some reinforcements. Richie not going to make the cut. Jennings might be too good to cut, even though he's a rook. If you're talking, I think, Jennings, that's going to be a tough situation because Jennings is a terrific talent, another receiver that, I think is going to have a breakout year potentially. But it's going to be tough to see how Richie James Jr. is going to crack this roster because, look, there's not a whole lot of spots available left on the roster. And, I really feel for the guys that, not having a preseason this year. I feel for those guys because it's going to be that much more harder to try and land a job with the team this year. Because, look, you don't know what you're going to get from guys, and it's so hard for no preseason this year. So, look, we're all entering, a new unknown. Juan Jennings is a beast. I love it, you guys, from the draft this year. Another terrific pick that we have. It was going to be an absolute huge pickup on the wide receiving end. Jalen Hurd is a monster. He is going to play a big role this year. I love that take, David. I totally agree with you there. Hurd, he was injured last year, but man, what he's been doing this offseason, he looks healthy. He's been grinding, putting in the work. So I'm anticipating a big year from Jalen Hurd at wide receiver. And look, so many guys that could be having breakout seasons. You could be having 3 guys or more on this 49ers wide receiving team put up 1,000 or more receiving yards. If you're talking about Deebo Samuel having a breakout year, talking about Brandon Ayuk, the rookie, having a breakout year, we'll see what Jennings can do for his rookie season. Jalen Hurd coming back from injury, Trent Taylor, so much talent, you guys. And look, when Jimmy Garoppolo first started his first 5 games with the 49ers, he didn't have the best weapons available on offense. Probably Kittle was one of the few weapons that Jimmy G had, in his early days when he went on that amazing 5-game winning streak for us in the 2017 season. At that point, we were 1-10 in the season. And when we put Jimmy G in at quarterback, he completely helped transform us. And we went on to have a spectacular last 5 games of that year. And Jimmy G did all of that without really very many weapons on offense. Didn't have what he's going to be able to do in his second full season starting with all of these weapons on offense. Dude, that is going to be so much fun to see. I can't wait. Let's see. We got JP hoping JaMycal Hasty makes the team. Kid has wheels. Highlight machine at Baylor. So I'll be honest, I haven't heard a whole lot much about JaMycal Hasty. Let me write that name down so I can do some research on him later. That's a great. I love it when you guys can bring me names that I haven't heard much about. So, again, I sometimes learn from you guys. So love getting your opinions and your guys' perspectives here. Just about this deal today. So pumped that we're doing a show today. You guys, I just had to come on to talk this news and talk all the latest 49ers as we are getting geared up for the amazing Oh, hold on. Connection unstable. Hold on, guys. Bear with me for a sec. Connection. We lost our connection. Bear with me for a sec here. Connection. Come on, please. All right, sorry guys, the connection was unstable. So we got David saying Shanny is finally gonna have himself full of playmakers. We're gonna have more explosive plays this year than last year. Yak attack, I love it, you guys. Yards after catch, not just George Kittle, but many other guys on this team are gonna be putting up some insane yards after catch ability, because look, they're putting in the work in the weight room day in and day out this offseason. They are hungry to get back to the Super Bowl, and I'm telling you guys, we are going to be a monster this season. Nobody is going to want to face us. You saw what we could do last year. You know, that Carolina game, we beat them up 50 to 15 or something it was. You know, we could be doing that to a lot of teams this year, because man, you know, I don't know how many teams out there got players that are on our type of playing level right now, because look, they are hungry and they are continuing to put in that work, and you love to see it from this Niners team, because that is what is going to get us to the Super Bowl, not just be able to continue building this winning foundation year in and year out for many more years to come, you guys. So couldn't be more excited here. We got John Lynch. He signed his 6-year extension. You got Kyle Shanahan. He signed for a 5-year extension. We got so much to be excited about for this next decade, you guys, and I cannot wait. So we are going to be winding down the show today. So yes, George Kittle, the man, you guys, at last, he has finally got that richest contract ever signed by a tight end, and more than well earned for Kittle. He is the best at yards after catch. He is the best blocking tight end in the NFL. He is the best tight end in the NFL. And you guys, I don't even think it's close. You know, people say Travis Kelce is very great. And look, he is great over there in Kansas City, but Kelce can't get on Kittle's level in terms of his blocking ability. And Kittle is just becoming a beast of his own, still just 26 years old, and has just played 3 years in the league. Can you imagine what Kittle is the numbers he's going to put up over the next 5 years with the 49ers? And look, I anticipate after those 5 years, we'll probably sign him to another max level contract. Niners also sent Josh Hokik out of Fresno State, should make the practice squad this year, and then take Kyle Juszczyk next year. Absolute beast. Okay, man, I love that. I haven't heard too much about, let's see, Josh. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that, JP. Kyle Juszczyk, though, man, you love it. One of the best, probably the best fullback in the NFL, you guys. All the things that Juszczyk can do, not just in the receiving game, but also in the blocking game, you know, for our running attack. So love to see that, man. You know, when you got guys up and coming that are going to be able to replace a lot of our star players, that you just love to see it. So much talent on this roster. The Niners have so much depth behind every single position, and you love to see it, because look, last year you saw how beneficial it was when we had all of that depth. You know, it was able to help us lead to that amazing season. Holkig will probably be we don't need him right now. Yeah, so I like that take. You know, I didn't anticipate he would be a guy we'd see this year, but man, if we can see him possibly next year, that would be very exciting. So I love your guys' takes and love your guys' perspectives. And so, yeah, we are going to be winding down this show today. So I'm so excited. Kittle has signed his deal. Can't wait to hear from the man himself and hear what his thoughts are on the deal. You have to imagine he's probably going to be wearing some funny shirt when he comes into practice today, into training camp. So, man, Kittle, not only the best tight end in the NFL, but hands off one of the nicest guys in football. You know, he is always out there, you guys, in the community doing stuff. So, man, just an even better person for Kittle. So, look, I couldn't be more happier for the guy. Such well-earned. Kittle, Reed, Wowzer, Stack. Yes, man, the tight end. We did sign Jordan Reed in the offseason. He's a great backup tight end. And look, Jordan Reed, he could be a guy that we can use. Again, Shanahan loves to move these guys in multiple positions. And so, look, Jordan Reed, I think you'll see him not just a tight end. You'll see him do a lot of other things in this offense with Kyle Shanahan. So you love to see it. And we got, man. So, and then Charlie Warner, yes, love to see it. He is a guy that also another tight end. Man, so much to be excited about, you guys. And so we're going to wind down this show today. Thank you guys so much again for checking into the show. I'm so excited. And I have great news to announce to you guys that for this upcoming year, for the 49ers, I'm going to be doing the best I can. We're going to be bringing you guys post-game live streams this year for the 49ers. I'm absolutely excited. I'm trying to do some pre-games as well, but 100% guaranteed we're going to be here for post-game live streams after every 49ers game this season. Hold on, guys. My connection is stable. Hold on. Waiting for a second. Connection stable. Hold on, guys. The connection is unstable. Hold on. Hold on. All right, guys. So sorry, the connection was unstable, but yes, I can't wait. So be sure to have that notification bell turned on so you can be here for the action for the post-game streams this year. I can't wait, you guys. It's going to be my first season doing post-game live streams with you, and I can't wait because, man, we got so much to be excited about this year. Thank you, Cateron Edwards. Sorry again if I didn't get to all of your guys' comments or if I pronounced any of your names wrong. So I apologize on my behalf. But thank you guys. You know, this show would not be what it is without you and without this community of football fans. So I love it. I love talking San Francisco 49ers football. And so let's get pumped, you guys, for the Revenge Tour 2020. Just a month to go underway. Kittle with the massive deal now signed. I am so excited, and thank you guys again, and I hope you have a great rest of your day today, guys. Stay positive, work hard, always keep things in perspective, and go out there and accomplish all of your dreams, you guys. Let's get ready for this season. Let's go Niners. Yes. All right, you guys, I will see you next time. See you guys later. Have a great day.